What's a simple, super clean joke that makes everyone laugh whenever you tell it? A father was washing his car with his son, and the son asked, "Dad, can't you just use a sponge?" This joke is literally super clean. You know, there's a fine line between fishing and standing on the shore like an idiot. One day, a police officer pulls a car over and sees the back seat is full of penguins. The officer tells the driver, "You can't be doing this. You need to take these penguins to the zoo." The next day, the police officer pulls the same car over again and says, "Hey, I told you to take these penguins to the zoo." The driver says, "I did. And today I'm taking them to the movies." Quote, "Plateaus are the highest form of flattery. I'll never forget my dad's face when I gave him his 50th birthday card. Tears in his eyes as he said to me, 'One would have done.'" What's the difference between a good joke and a bad joke? Timing. During a funeral service, a gentleman approaches the grieving widow and says, "Excuse me, may I say in a word?" Quote, "Yes, of course," she says. The man gets up and says, "Plethora, thank you." The widow sobs, "That means a lot. Love it." The way I heard it told was, "May I say a few words?" Quote, "Yes, of course." He stands up and says, "Not dying." The wife says, "Thanks. He would have like that. They're a bunch, you can't string them together." I love to tell dad jokes. Sometimes he laughs. I invented a new word today. Plagiarism, monsieur. Good joke. Here's mine. I invented a new word today. Plagiarism, monsieur. Good joke. Here's mine. I invented a new word today. Plagiarism, monsieur. What do we want? Low-flying airplanes. When do we want them? NNNEEOOOOOOOWWWWW. I told my wife this one and now she's regretting our marriage, haha. When does a joke become a dad joke? When it's apparent, or when it's full grown? Why did the old man fall into the well? Because he couldn't see that well. I heard this for the first time fairly recently. It is to date my favorite pun. A friend of mine is an agnostic, dyslexic insomniac. He stays up all night long wondering if there's a dog. Dyslexics of the world, untie. Quote, a sandwich walks into a bar. The barman says, "Sorry, we don't serve food in here." I have a lot of jokes about unemployment, but none of them work. Just got attacked by 6 dwarves. Not happy. What's the difference between a hippo and a zippo? One's really heavy and the other's a little lighter. You calling me fat? Edit, look at my username. It was a joke. What a hothead. Cute. What did they give the guy that invented the door knocker? A Nobel Prize. I wanted to tell that joke to a friend. When I wanted to tell the answer I realized that joke can't be translated into German. 2 fish swim into a concrete wall. One turns to the other and says, "Da monsieur." What did the fish say when he swam into a brick wall? Damn. What did the fish's son say when he ran into a brick wall? Damn. What did the fish's grandson say when he swam into a brick wall? Damn. Keep it going until the person either says, "I don't know," or, "Is this going to end?" Quote, well, you should. It's the same damn joke. Quote, unless they're a complete dipshit they'd say, "Damn, not, I don't know," even though it's the same exact question that I've already heard the answer to. If they guess damn, you can just say, "Alright, I'll stop telling the same damn joke." 2 fish in a tank. One turns to the other and says, "How do you drive this thing?" "I'd prefer it with 'I'll drive, you man the guns.'" Quote, what do you call it when Batman skips church? Christian Bale. Robin, sir, the Batmobile won't start. B, check the battery. R, who is Terry? I've like a few of these so far, but this is the only one that made me blow air out of my nose. What's a duck favorite snack? Quackers. I really like this one. Not because it's a pun, but because I'm stupid and think the word quackers is funny. The joke could literally just be quackers and I'd laugh. Why did the duck wear pants? To cover his butt crack. What's a duck's favorite drug? Methamphetamine. What did the duck go to jail for? Grand Theft Auto. You got any grapes? An English couple have a child. After the birth, medical tests reveal that the child is normal, apart from the fact that it is German. This, however, should not be a problem, monsieur. There is nothing to worry about. As the child grows older, it dresses in lederhosen and has a pudding bowl haircut, but all its basic functions develop normally. It can walk, eat, sleep, read and so on, but for some reason the German child never speaks. The concerned parents take it to the doctor, who reassures them that as the German child is perfectly developed in all other areas, there is nothing to worry about and that he is sure the speech faculty will eventually blossom. Monsieur, years pass. The German child enters its teens, and still it is not speaking, though in all other respects it is fully functional. The German child's mother is especially distressed by this, but attempts to conceal her sadness. One day she makes the German child, who is now 17 years old and still silent, a bowl of tomato soup, and takes it through to him in the parlor where he is listening to a wind-up gramophone record player. Soon, the German child appears in the kitchen and suddenly declares, "Mother, this soup is a little tepid." The German child's mother is astonished. "All these years," she exclaims, "we assumed you could not speak, and yet all along it appears you could. Why did you never say anything before?" "Because, mother," answers the German child, "up until now, everything has been satisfactory. I don't get it, but I badly want to." What's big and green and will kill you if it falls out of a tree? A pool table. Shrek. Guy standing alone at the edge of a cliff yelling out 14. 14. 14. Over and over again. Another guy comes up, "What the hell? Dude, why do you keep yelling out 14? Quote, "Come over here. I'll show you." So the guy walks up to the edge and peers over, and gets shoved off the cliff. Now the first guy yells out 15. 15. 15. Quote, "A man is walking outside an insane asylum and hears the loonies inside chanting 13, 13, 13. Curious to why they were yelling, he sticks his eye in a hole in the wall. He then immediately gets poked in the eye and the loonies start yelling 14, 14, 14. How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh? 10 tickles. Did you hear the one about the octopi that got married? They walked down the aisle arm in 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 arm, monsieur. Greater than tilde tilde octopi tilde tilde octopodes octopuses." Larry was an old piece of lasso who steps into a bar one day for a drink. The bartender looks at him suspiciously and says, "Hey, pal, we don't serve ropes here." Larry steps outside, ties himself into a clove hitch and unravels one of his ends into a feathery mess. He goes back inside and in a low voice says, "Beer, please." Bartender says, "Hey, aren't you that rope who was just in here?" Larry replies, "No, I'm afraid not. Hate to be that guy, but you can't make a clove hitch with only a rope. You need something to tie it around." A guy goes to the eye doctor. He says, "I have trouble seeing things at a distance." The doc takes him over to the window, points up to the sky, and says, "What do you see up there?" Quote, the guy says, "The sun." Doc says, "That's right. So, exactly how far do you need to see, dude?" Quote, "What's the best thing about Switzerland? I don't know, but the flag is a big plus. My feelings on Switzerland are pretty neutral, but the flag is a big plus." Why did the Scarecrow win the Lifetime Achievement Award? Because he was outstanding in his field. My dad actually won an award in the 70s for being a man outstanding in his field, and ever since then whenever he gets near a field he has to take a picture of him standing in it. Why do space rocks taste better than Earth rocks? They're a little meatier. My dad used to always say, "You should fight fire with fire." Quote, which is probably why he got thrown out of the fire department. OOR. My granddad always said, whenever one door closes another one opens. Lovely man but a terrible cabinet maker. A priest, a rabbi, and a llama go into a bar. The bartender yells, "What is this? Some kind of joke?" Quote, "A priest, a rabbit, and a minister walk into a bar. The rabbit says, 'I might be a typo. I thought they went to a blood bank,' and the rabbit says, 'They're a typo.' Me, hey, want to hear a ghost joke? Them, yeah, sure. Me, that's the spirit. It will either make them laugh or shake their head, no in-betweens. Why does a chicken coop only have 2 doors? Because if it had 4 doors we would call it a chicken sedan." You welcome. I love this joke. I used to work in a hardware store and people would come in all excited about getting chickens and building a coop. When they asked for help I would always tell them that they could only have 2 doors on the coop. And when they asked why, I'd smile and finish the joke. What do you call a dog who can do magic? Labracadabrador. If you see this, please say Labracadabrador out loud. You're welcome. What is brown and sticky? A stick. Cute. What is brown and rhymes with Snoop? A. Dr. Dre. Why does Snoop Dogg have an umbrella? Oh, drizzle. What does Snoop Dogg use in his laundry to keep his white spotless? Bleach. What's brown and runny? Usain Bolt. Why are pirates so salty? They just ARRRRR. Then the follow-up, what's a pirate's favorite letter? People almost always say R because of the last joke. R. You'd think so, but it be the C. Deliver in pirate voice for extra points. The P, because without it he'd be irate. What does a thesaurus eat for breakfast? A synonym roll, just like grammar used to make. Went to a zoo, but there weren't any animals except a dog. It was a shih tzu. This is a long joke that distracts the person. It's a Q in a joke. Q. There are 100 bricks in an airplane. One falls out. How many are left? A. 99. Q. How do you fit an elephant in a refrigerator in 3 steps? A. Open the door. Put the elephant in. Close the door. Q. How do you fit a giraffe in a refrigerator in 4 steps? A. Open the door. Take the elephant out. Put the giraffe in. Close the door. Q. The Lion King had a party. Which animal did not attend? A. The giraffe, because it was still in the refrigerator. Q. Pick a name. A. Any name. Q. Name. Swam across a pit of alligators and survived. How is this possible? A. The alligators were still at the party. Q. After. Name. Got out of the water. She instantly died. How is this possible? A. The brick fell on her head. TLDR, it all comes full circle. Here's the elephant joke chain that I always knew. There's some common elements: the elephants, giraffe, a refrigerator, so it's probably possible to chain them and some other ones together to make an ultimate series of awful jokes. Asterisk. How many elephants can you fit in a Mini Cooper? 4. 2 in the front and 2 in the back. Asterisk. How many giraffes can you fit in a Mini Cooper? None. The elephants are in there. Asterisk. How do you know there's an elephant in the refrigerator? There's footprints in the butter. Asterisk. How do you know there's 2 elephants in the refrigerator? You can hear them giggle when you shut the door. Asterisk. How do you know there's 3 elephants in the refrigerator? You can't shut the door. Asterisk. How do you know there's 4 elephants in the refrigerator? There's an empty Mini Cooper outside. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.